My name is Taylor Louise. I'm a New York-based writer working on her second novel while looking for representation for her first. I went to NYU where I studied storytelling. Several of my works have been published in multiple publications, and I work with stuck writers offering writing services. Today I'm going to be talking about the differences between editing, workshopping, and beta reading, and which service works best for you. I define beta reading as poring over somebody's work, searching for grammatical or structural errors, and offering suggestions to improve what is already on the page. Beta reading gets me acquainted with the work and informs the suggestions that I give moving forward. For one client, I offered beta reading services for a set of manuals she was writing for veterans and their family members to fill out certain paperwork. I suggested that she use more compassionate and friendly language moving through the piece because it matched with the supportive advice that she was giving. I also went through and made structural and grammatical changes. I looked for different inconsistencies, different things that stuck out to me that were incorrect. In the end, she received a thoroughly compiled document from me that listed all of my suggestions, all of my observations. She was pleased with my suggestions, and this led her one step closer to publication. If you need a different set of eyes, if your work has grown stale, if you would like an outside perspective with light optional suggestions provided, then beta reading is for you. When it comes to editing, I'm more definitive. I attack grammatical and structural errors more strictly. I rework sentences and paragraphs. I'll suggest places where more detail can be added. I'll slash excess or unnecessary fat. I provided editing services for a series of political essays. A lot of my critiques calls for the writer to elaborate on different political topics and acronyms. I suggested the restructuring of several different paragraphs and the inclusion of more digestible languages so that those who weren't as politically inclined could still get something from the essays. So if beta reading is a collection of suggestions, editing is more of an overhaul. Of course, since the work belongs to the writer, my editing suggestions are still suggestions for the writer to take or leave. If you need a heavier hand, more definitive suggestions, and a corrective eye to pour over your grammar and your syntax, then editing is for you. Finally, workshopping is the most hands-on option. While workshopping, I offer my own ideas for character, plot, pacing, things of that nature. I'll co-write in certain cases and create alongside the writer. If you're stuck in a scene, if the plot just isn't making sense, then that's where I come in with ideas and suggestions to inform your work for you to take or leave. While workshopping with a novelist, we discovered that her work functioned better as a series of vignettes told in an anthology rather than a traditional novel structure. This breakthrough gave the writer the keys she needed to finish her story. Workshopping brings the biggest leaps, the biggest questions, and the biggest changes. If you're stuck, if you don't know where to go in your story, then workshopping with me could be your next step. If you'd like to discuss your project with me one-on-one for free, you can book an intro call. If you'd like to join a community of writers every week and receive feedback on your work in progress, then you can join my weekly virtual writing meetup. And you can book my services through my website, taylorlouiseblog.com, and I'll link everything you need below. Thank you.